Welcome to episode 4 of The Coast, Spintires. Okay, so you missed a lot. I got a new version of Bandicam, recorded about an hour and a half of video, thinking, oh, I'll make a bunch of episodes, and then came to find out that it wasn't working, and I lost all of my recordings. So unfortunately for you, you missed a whole bunch of stuff. One of the things that I did was I unlocked all of the points on the map. I also unlocked both of the garages and a lot of the vehicles. And I was pulling this trailer of gals over to what I'm going to call a team point. And what that is if you look on the map here, my goal was to take this tanker from here and park it up in this area. And also I was going to fuel up this Type E7301. But I got stuck right here. I didn't make it all the way. So I think what's going to happen in this episode, we're going to get one of the bigger trucks and flip this guy back over and tow him out. And then we'll go fuel up that big truck. And then I'm going to park this huge trailer full of gas by the objective. That way, when I do logging, because, you know, the D truck, the 537, this big ugly thing, he's going to be doing my lumber. And when he gets up there, he's going to be almost out of gas. So that truck will be waiting for him to refuel. And so that way I can keep the truck running and not have to worry about taking a truck up there each time I go up there to fuel. They'll just be sitting there waiting for him. So let's go ahead and get this guy started up. And we are going to go... Actually, no, I'm going to use a different truck to save him. So hang on. Let me figure out where that guy is. We'll use... Where's the closest one? Let's see. Where's the C4320? What's he doing? He's not any closer. But he's available. He doesn't have the attachments, though. And this guy is we're using him for fueling. So, you know what? Maybe, I guess, really, the D model here is the closest one. So we'll go ahead and start him up. And come on back down and rescue RB-130. So, here we go. I think he's headed the wrong way right now. Where are we headed? Yeah, so we need to turn around. And of course I need to get my diffs locked. There we go. So we're going to pull forward here with awesome truck. This thing's a beast. And we're going to make a left and swing back to the south. And I may have to just... Yeah, the woods get pretty thick here, so we're going to use this as a turnaround. And alright. So I apologize that we missed all of the cloaking points, but it happens, you know. I can't control everything that goes on, and at least we can pick up from here, so... suffice it to say, the whole map is unlocked. Now, sometimes when you find these trucks, they are missing stuff like gasoline, or they're damaged. So you'll have to provide those things before the truck is ready to run. In fact, this guy looks like he's used up a lot of gas, so we'll actually fill him up before we... you know what? I'm just going to run him. We're just going to run him. And there's the objective right there. That's where we're going to end up going in the end. And this is the logging truck too, so we'll be using this guy to pull the logs. Right now he's got the utility trailer, but he will be the logging truck also. Oops, I did some damage there. Slowing down. You know, one of the things that would be nice with this game is to have an analog joystick. That would probably help a lot. Prevent you from doing those kind of damaging situations, because then you could go real slow over some of those bigger bumps. Yeah, instead I broke my truck. Alright. Like this is gonna... No matter how you slice that, it ends up being damage. Let's see, are we by fuel? No, we got a long way to go. I'm running in all-wheel drive, but I have the diffs unlocked, and I'm running in full gear because this road's in pretty okay condition. And I think, honestly, we're just going to tow that other truck back once I get it flipped over. I don't think I'm going to try to drive that truck back because it really... the Zill was okay pulling the trailer all the way from the garage to the fuel point, but once I filled the Zill up with fuel, the trailer just got too heavy, and I could no longer, do anything, so... I may have to switch back to lock diffs. We'll see. Listen to that motor. Come on, you can do it. This is such a cool truck. If I remember right, my son said these aren't too expensive either. You can get one of them for $10,000 to $15,000. And then you got to ship it. That's the that's the trick, isn't it? The shipping. It ain't cheap. All right, let's see where we are. All right, we're getting really close. All right, I see the truck now. I can see it through the trees. So we're going to shift down to the lower gear. This terrain's getting pretty bumpy. Yeah, there she is back in there. How do I get there? I don't know. Maybe coming around this way seems like it'd be better. Send some rocks flying. Oh, how did I get the gear shifter on there? Oh. All right. Okay, we're going to back up. And we're going to try to winch to this guy here. And advanced. Oh no, I winched to the tree, not the truck. Oops. So first of all, we're going to try to get her righted. Oh. She's really stuck. I don't want to pull her onto my truck, but at the same time, see if we can... No, that ain't going to work. Did it again. Okay, so we're going to disconnect. And I'm going to pull this way. And maybe a little further, actually. We're going to stop right here. And I'm going to try to see if I can... Let's see if we winch the back to the middle. I'm wondering if that'll... Come on, flip it over. Come on. It's hard because there's not a ton of space back here. If I get the trailer to come over. Let's see if we can get the truck to pull along with the winch. Oh, 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 oh. Got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to back out. Or I'm gonna bash right into the truck. That's what we'll do. And because that'll work. I'm really stuck.
Dad, can you help Brian get the chair?
Sorry, I had to help my son move a chair upstairs. So we're picking up where we left off, and it's now nighttime. Oh. So the trick is going to be getting around my rescued... Actually, you know what I could do? Maybe. Let's do this. Change truck. And we'll get into the... Whoops. Zill. See if I can't pull out. This is how I flipped over in the first place. I kept getting stuck back here. One of the things I'm going to do is that once I get this truck out, we're going to use the big truck to tow the Zill, but I need to get it so at least I can get to the point where I can tow it. So move this over to here. Actually, I'll use the other one. All right. Turn our headlights on. There we go. You know, the Zill doesn't, honestly, for what it is, it doesn't do too bad. It doesn't do bad. But this is a really heavy trailer, and so it just can't, I can't do it. All right, so we need to go to back to the D. It turned off while I was gone for the 2 seconds. All right. And we're going to put it in forward. And while I got this thing, I'm probably going to have to refuel it here in a minute. And we'll use the trailer that's attached to the Zill. Because this thing takes 500 liters, but that trailer holds 4,000 liters of fuel. Where the heck did the Zill go? Really? Did I go the wrong... Oh, it was frickin'... I went the wrong way. Alright, well, we'll... Alright, so... we're going to back out. Hopefully I'll be able to get this truck past the Zill without hitting it again. Yeah. So far, so good. There's some damage. But we have the ability to fix it, so let's fix it. So, advanced. Utility attachment. And a whopping 8 damage. We're going to change the truck. We're going to go to Type B130. And we're going to fuel this guy. Good. And we're going to go back to the D. And he's still in reverse, which is good. And we're going to turn him around. Got to watch those big rocks. And we're getting better. Alright, so. Poor little trees. Alright, so. We're going to get our winch hooked to the front of the Zill. Boop. Okay, and we're going to make that auto. We're going to pull it just a hair. So now it should be snapped in to auto control, and we're going to just go, I guess, right? No, I'm still in reverse. That's not a good idea. So come on, truck. Parking brake on. That's great. Let's make this way harder than it needs to be. All right, and so we need to look on the map. I need to turn left so I don't get lost again. All right, we're going to go left. And then we'll be turning right. So this is going to be quite the tow. And we're just going to run it in low gear. This truck is just so powerful. And so is the other truck. That the Cam is? I don't know. The other one, but the other one doesn't have a logging attachment. The other one can only do towing. So it's interesting that. Why are my diffs? Oh. The poor. You hear the Zill banging along behind there, poor thing. That Zill is one tough truck. I'm damaging the Zill. Even though it's off. Uh-oh. Well, I may have to do some pulling here. Yeah, sometimes you're going to get stuck on these toes. You know, the nice thing is if you have 2 players, which is great in the multiplayer levels, it's great because you can then tow each other out, you know, and the other person can drive that truck. Whereas in this case, I'm just kind of on my own. I have to figure it out for myself. I don't have the luxury of somebody helping me tow this truck out, you know. Come on. Pull that Zill out. There we go. So now I need to look and see, now that I got him out, which way are we going? To the right now, okay. I don't even want to know how much damage I'm doing. The Zill's going to be all beat to heck by the time we get back, but yeah, well, that is what it is. We could fix him up again. Rise from his grave. He can do it. And really, once I get it into position, it doesn't really need to do more than just be there, so... Get stuck on those rocks. Look at the rocks stuck under the front wheel there. Not doing me any good. Pain in the butt. Let it go. There, she broke loose. Now she's rolling free. Whoa! Splash. I'll tell you what, in the winters around here, we could use one of these trucks. Oh, I'm sliding out of control. Sorry. At least I'm getting to work today. Good luck with all your hopes and dreams. Alright, now we're back onto the little bit clearer road here and moving on up. This is going to be interesting. Here's where the challenge happens. I don't know why they put this in here. Well, I do know why they put it in, but what a nightmare. This is like... It damages your truck no matter what you do, you get damaged. Going up, going down, going either way. Poor Zill. But we made it. And we're getting really close to our objective now. So. Oh. Did I... What? Uh-oh. Where the heck am I? Oh, I am there, man. Look at that. We are... I came down the wrong part of the road, but we just need to jink over here. Next door, and then we'll be all set. So we're gonna pull her over, and so that was a Zill rescue successful. Sometimes the Zill does the rescuing, and sometimes the Zill needs to be rescued, and in this case the Zill obviously needed a little rescue. So we're gonna park, let's see, I think I want the Zill over... Man, it's going to be hard to know where to put this thing. I think we're going to park it up here. Come on, truckie. There we go. Straighten that trailer out. Whoops. Okay, I guess that's as far as it goes. So now, the Zill, we're going to unhook, and we're going to change trucks here to the Zill. And she is going to be backing up. We're going to start the engine first. And we didn't do too much damage. Not too bad. About 82 damage. Like I said, this truck is just a tough little Russian monster. Okay, so One. There we go. That's the camera I want. Now we're going to have to put this truck. We're going to have to swap trailers here. I love this truck. Look how cool that thing looks. It's so just old and ugly. It's like the Duel, but sky blue. All right, keep it rolling. Come on. So what's going to happen is we're going to park. This trailer is going to end up staying. Well, no, actually, this trailer is going to move because I need this trailer to gas up the big rescue truck that's down in the hole over there. But this Zill will never make it. So what we need to do is this. We got a couple things we're going to do. Actually, you know what? We're going to call it an episode here, and we're going to pick up the next episode. We're going to grab the truck down out of the valley. So we're going to have to do some swapping around here, and we'll do some truck swapping. So that'll be fun. All right, so here goes. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and we will continue on.